Hi, I am Nasiba. Welcome my lesson. In this lesson, you can learn the most important information about United States of America and Great Britain. Additionally, their culture and their language differences. Well, today's topic, American and British culture and language. As you know, American culture is kind of international culture, isn't it? British culture is a bit more unique. I think funny things are sort of funny around the world, really. This is not my concept. You can say that Devid Edvard Uilyams, who is known professionally as David Walliams, is an English comedian, actor, writer, and television personality. He used so important facts about British and American culture. Here you can see the map. This is a map of United States, officially United States of America. You can use the abbreviation form of this country like US or USA, or by the name America. America is a country in North America, or a federal republic of 50 states. Yes, you know that America includes 50 states in that some of their area. The United States is the fourth largest country in the world after Russia, Canada, and China. The national capital is Washington. The British Islands. The British Islands are a group of islands in the North Atlantic Ocean of the northwestern coast of continental Europe. You can call this country like that: the British Isles, Great Britain, England, Northern Ireland, etc. It includes 4 nations like England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. First question: if someone asks you, can you tell me the national food or the national product in Uzbekistan? Yes, at the time you can tell that it's a plow. Here we will talk about the British and American food. You can tell that a lot of differences between them. First of all, when it comes to food, the British have a much bigger appetite than Americans. They eat a lot more than. A British breakfast typically includes sausages, eggs, bacon, beans, black pudding, mushrooms, and toast, matched with a beverage such as coffee or tea. The American breakfast, on the other hand, can be quite varied. In Britain, breakfast is famous, the period of eating. But in America, the dinner time is most important for everyone. They love to have a dinner with their family in the evening. Aside from appetite, dining etiquette is also quite different between these two countries. One noticeable difference in the way British and Americans hold their knives and forks. They use different way. For example, they can change their the places in the in the table. In the UK, eating out is a way to celebrate an occasion or to mark a milestone, while Americans dine out all the time. A possible reason could be because restaurants in the US are very cheaper than in the UK. So you know that a lot of people think that USA is the country of opportunity. USA is a country of, it's a country of cheap things. The living is so easy in the USA. A possible reason could be because restaurants in the USA are made cheaper than in the UK. You know that a lot of people think that USA is the country of opportunity, where living in the USA is more easier than UK. But typical British food, here you can see the summaries of British products: roast beef, roast chicken, pork chops and lamb chops, Yorkshire pudding, peas, boiled carrots, gravy, and minced ham-hocks, minced sweets. And about the drinks, gravy is so about the drinks, or the the sauce of the of Great Britain's people, it's a gravy, is a sauce made often from the juices that run naturally from meat or vegetables during cooking. The gravy may be further colored and flavored with gravy salt, a simple mix of salt and caramel food coloring, or gravy browning. Gravy salt dissolved in water. Gravy is commonly served with roasts, meatloaf, rice, and mashed potatoes. Typical American junk food. You know that UK and USA people like to eat fast food. For example, in USA, the hot dog is most popular product. For example, on the Independence Day, on the 1st of July, all population of USA eat the hot dog. There are a lot of cities and there are a lot of places that they are famous with their restaurants, which is about, how can I say, depend of cooking the hot dog. Typical American junk food. In the USA, characteristic dishes such as apple pie, fried chicken, pizza, hamburgers, onion rings, and hot dogs derive from the recipe of various immigrants, wheat as the primary cereal grain. Traditional American cuisine uses ingredients such as turkey, white tailed deer venison, potatoes, sweet potatoes, corn, and maple syrup. Like the UK, they use sauces like ketchup. It's really famous among the population too. And here I can say that some differences depends on the names for food names, British and American food names. For example, in British, aubergine. In America, eggplant. In British, beetroot. In America, beet. In British, biscuit. In America, cookie. We can say a lot of such kind of vocabulary words, the difference between the naming of the American and British food names. And now it's high time to speak about the sports, well-known American sports types. Since the late 19th century, baseball has been regarded as a national sport. American football, basketball, and ice hockey are the country's three other leading professional team sports. College football and basketball attract large audience. Football is now by several measures the most popular spectator sport. And other sport types, this is boxing and horse racing, were once the most watched individual sports, but they have been increased by golf and auto racing. Particularly, for example, I can say the name of it is NASCAR. Soccer is played widely in the youth and amateur levels. Tennis and many outdoor sports are popular as well. USA, you know that in USA the football type is different from other world's football. It's like that using the ball with a foot. So it's not our worldwide famous football. Sport in the United Kingdom. United Kingdom population plays an important role in British culture, and the United Kingdom has played a significant role in the organization and spread of sporting culture globally. Major individual sports include athletics, cycling, golf, motorsports, and like in USA, horse racing. Do you know any difference between British and American English? Yes, after sport, we will talk about the language. Every English learner know that there are, how can I say that, so many rules and so many differences between American and British English. Test what you know with interactive exercise and read the explanation to help you here. For example, not read, listen to me, and I can give some questions about the American and British English differences. Listen this sentence. Do you know which sentences are more typical of British English or American English? The first one, shall I open the door for you? At that time, think deeply. After my explanation, you can read this sentence again, and you may know that your answer is correct or not. Okay, our first sentence, this is, shall I open the door for you? Here you pay attention, we're using the word shall. And the next example, he's taking a shower. He's taking a shower. And the next sentence, France have won the World Cup. France have won the World Cup. Next example, I'm not hungry, I just that. I'm not hungry, I just that. And at the time I want to say this word here. The next one, it's enough, and you can think about the sentence, which one is in American English, which one is in British English. And now I will begin the grammar explanation. The first rule, this is the main difference between British English and American English is in their pronunciation. Some words are also different in each variety of English, and there are also a few differences in the way they use grammar. Here are 5 of the most common grammatical differences between British and American English. Don't forget that we have got 2 main differences. They are pronunciation and grammar. And here 5 of the most common grammatical differences. The first one, present perfect and past simple. They have differences between they have differences using present perfect and past simple. In British English, people use the present perfect to speak about past action that they consider relevant to the present. They want to use the present perfect for how can I say that, for improving, or that for mention the present action. The present perfect can be used in the same way in American English, but people often use the past simple when they consider the action finished. This is especially common with the adverb already, just, or yet. Pay attention. UK population use the present perfect for how can I say that, mention the present action, but American English for mention that for past actions using the words already, just, and yet. British English. Here the example. In British English, he isn't hungry. He has already had lunch. It has the action in the past. Have you done your homework yet? Pay attention, we are using the signal word that here, the how can I say the time, here we can see the signal word yet. And have you done your homework yet? Yes, I have just finished it. I have just finished it. This is a past action. An example in American English. He isn't hungry. He already had lunch. We are using present perfect and our first sentence in present simple. He's not hungry now. Did you do your homework yet? Yes, I just finished it. And British English is a form of English. Here, pay attention, the rule of British English. British English is a form of English used in the United Kingdom. It includes all English dialects used within the United Kingdom, such as American English is a form of English used in the United Kingdom. It includes all English dialects used within the American English. The most significant differences between British and American English are in their pronunciation, their vocabularies, and their spelling. There are grammatical differences too, but these are less important and harder to describe. So we will pass over them for today. Main differences you can see: vocabulary, pronunciation, verbs, pronunciation. For example, first one is vocabulary. Why vocabulary? Because the meaning is similar, but the used words are different. For example, lorry and truck. Pronunciation 20, 20, and verbs to have and to get maybe, where they're using the pronunciations like at and on. And we will talk about the educational system also. The first difference is vocabulary. There are many differences in American and British English vocabulary. For example, I may give an example in American English followed by the British English equivalents. The word elevator, this is in American English. In British English, you can use the elevator like the lift. Elevator in American, lift in British. Or garbage in America, rubbish in British. Vacation in America, holiday in British. Truck in American English, lorry in British English. Sweater in American English, jumper in British English. Cookie in American English, biscuit in British English. French fries in American, chips in British. Lion in America, Q in British. Or parking, lions, or the car park, parking lot, it's an American, car park in British. This is the differences between American and British English, and now it's high time to speak about the pronunciation. British English and American sounds noticeably different. The most obvious difference is the way the letter R is pronounced. In British English, when R comes after a vowel in the same syllable as in car, hot, or market, the R is not pronounced. Pay attention, in British, you cannot pronounce the letter R. Here the example, car, hot, market. In American English, the R is pronounced car, heart, market. Try to pronounce the following words in both in American English and also British English. 20, 20. Schedule, schedule. Vitamin, vitamin. Alligator, alligator. And the differences between American and British English using the sound verbs. For example, to have. In British English, you can use have. For example, first of all, how can I say that? You can see these examples. In British English, have you got any sister or brothers? Yes, I have. In American English, do you have any sisters or brothers? Yes, I do. Pay attention. In question form, British English, you should use the first word have. But in American, you should use the auxiliary verb do. Like that, got and gotten. In British English, the past participle of the verb get is got. In American English, people say gotten. Verb to get. Example, British English. I have got much better at playing tennis. American English, you use get, got. I have gotten better at playing tennis. Like that, British English, how can I say, the past version of get, they are get, got. In American English, get, gotten. Example again, I have got much better at playing tennis. In American English, I have gotten better at playing tennis. And also, there are differences between the verbs, verb forms with collective nouns. In British English, a singular or plural verb can be used with a noun that refers to a group of people or things. You may call it a collective noun. We use a plural verb when we think of the group as individuals, or a singular verb when we think of the group as a single unit. In American English, a singular verb is used with collective noun. Note, never forget it. The word police is always followed by a plural verb. You can use a plural form of verb with the word police. Here, example in British English. My family, you can use both version, plural version and singular version of verb here. My family is visiting from Pakistan, or my family are visiting from Pakistan. Another example. My team is winning the match, or my team are winning the match. Again, about the American English, if we speak about the American English, the word police is used, how can I say, investigating the crime. It means that doing some crime. Example for American English with collective noun, this is, for example, you should use the singular version of verb with collective nouns. For example, my family is visiting from Pakistan. My team is winning the match. And we will talk about the have and take. In British English, the verbs have and take are commonly used with nouns like bath, shower, or wash to speak about the washing, and with nouns like break, holiday, rest to speak about resting. In American English, only the verb take, not the have, is used the way. In short, you should use both have and take with the verbs wash or somehow other words, but in American you should use only take. Look at these examples. British English. I am going to have a shower, or I am going to take a shower. Next example. Let's have a break. Let's take a break. In American English, you should use only take. I'm going to take a shower. Let's take a break. And the next difference is using the auxiliary verb shall. In British English, people often use shall I to offer to do something, or shall we to make a suggestion. It's very unusual for speakers of American English to use shall. They normally use an alternative like should, can I, or do you want, would you like, or how about instead. Okay, pay attention. The British people use shall for making a suggestion or asking for someone to do. But in America, they use some auxiliary verbs like that, should, can, do, or that how about instead of using shall. Here some examples for them. For British English. It's hot in here. Shall I open the window? Shall we meet in the cafe at 5? Shall we try that again? These examples in American English. It's hot here. Can I open the window? Or do you want to meet in a cafe at 5? How about we try that again? And next differences between American and British English, this is using prepositions. For example, here you can see the at and on. American English on, someone is knocking on the door. On weekends, I play paddle with my daddy. Someone is knocking on the door. On weekends, I play paddle with my daddy. British English. At instead of on. Someone is knocking at the door. At weekends, I play paddle with my daddy. Someone is knocking at the door. Or at weekends, I play paddle with my daddy. In British English, at is used with many time expressions. Example, at Christmas, or at 5 o'clock, or at the weekend. In American English, on is always used when talking about the weekend, not at. Example, Will they still be there on the weekend? She will be coming home on weekends. In British English, at is often used when talking about universities or other institutions. Example, she studies chemistry at university. In American English, it is often used. Example, in American English, it is often used with universities and institutions. Example, she studied French in high school. In British English, to and from are used with the adjective different. Example, this place is different from anything I have seen before. Or like that, this place is different to anything I've seen before. But in American English, from and then are used with different. Example, this place is different from anything I have seen before. This place is different than anything I've seen before. Okay, remember that you should use in British English with different, from or to prepositions. But in American English, you should use only from and then, not to. In British English, to is always used after the verb write. In British English, to is always used after the verb write. I promised to write to her every day. But in American English, to can be omitted after write. Example, I promised to write her every day. And the next differences between American and British English is spelling, like the pronunciation. Finally, there are spelling differences. Below are 3 rules you can follow. Most words ending in with the ending our in British English are spelled without the U in American English, like that, humor or behavior. Most words ending in RE in British English are spelled with ear in American English. Center, center, liter, liter. Many British English verbs ending in ISE are spelled with IZE in American English. For example, realize or realize, organize, organize. And now we will talk about the educational systems in America and Great Britain. American grades, you can see here, first one is pre-kindergarten. Next one, elementary school, middle school, and junior school, and high school. After school, they should go to college. And educational system of Britain. British school years, you can see the first one is nursery. They look after the babies. Next one is primary school, secondary school, and universities. Pay attention, you are the learner of the language in Uzbekistan. We have got the system of university, of system of institutions here, but in USA, colleges are equal to our university system. For example, they have the big, how can I say that? For example, Oxford, the main part of the Oxford, and it has got the faculties. These faculties the Americans call like a college. Pay attention, the college equal in Uzbekistan university or institutions. And now this is the ending part of our lesson for today, because you can get more important and interesting facts about the differences between American and British English. It's a beginning. See you next time. Bye.